I think the last budget was a revolution for pensioners, and this one, what the Chancellor wants us to think is it's a revolution for savers, and certainly there are some big radical changes being proposed. I say proposed because perhaps the biggest change of the lot is the new personal savings allowance, due to come in April 2016. Of course, depending on who the government is at the time and they decide not to overturn it. That will mean that basic rate taxpayers will be able to earn £1,000 interest without any tax on it. Now, if you look at the top paying savings account at the moment, it's actually the Santander 123 bank account at 3%. That means you could save 33 grand and not pay any tax on the interest. If you've got a lower account than that, you could of course save even more. Higher rate taxpayers though, you will only get a £500 personal savings allowance. Top rate, if you're lucky enough to be one of the big 45% taxpayers, you don't get this at all. Other big moves on savings, well, there's the Help to Buy ISA. You can put in £200 a month and £1,000 to start it off, and they'll give you 50 quid on top of your £200, effectively allowing you to save for a Help to Buy mortgage from your pre-tax income. It's limited up to £450,000 homes in London, £250,000 homes out of London. It'll come from autumn this year. It's only for first-time buyers, and there are still some restrictions we're waiting to see. What I want to know, what happens if you're with somebody, get together with someone who isn't a first-time buyer? Can you still use it if you had saved into it? What if you don't use it for a house? You should be able to get the money back, but you won't get the £50 on top. You don't have to use it, as far as we know so far, for just a Help to Buy mortgage, but there are a lot of questions on that. And the final big move for savers is increasing the flexibility of ISAs. That one happens this year, sometime in the autumn. Of course, ISAs will no longer be quite as powerful now that we've got this new personal savings allowance coming in. But there'll be more, ISAs will be more flexible as to what you can put in them. And currently the rules of ISAs state this: you've got a £15,000 allowance. If you put £10,000 in, you've of course got £5,000 left to put in, but if you then withdraw £2,000, you can still only put £5,000 more in, because it doesn't matter what you've withdrawn. In the future, if you withdraw that £2,000, you will then be able to put £7,000 back in. So it will help ISA savers have a bit more flexibility within the year to be able to withdraw and put money back. Those are three radical changes, it has to be said, and certainly I think people with savings, which is many pensioners and many working people, there are actually 6 times more savings accounts in the UK than debt accounts. I think that will be a benefit to people, but what we really want for savers is higher interest rates.